This is I Investigated a Country Where It's Illegal to Be Fat by Will Tennyson.
Don't be fat, don't be ugly, don't be poor.
I'm sure you know, like, it's like the plastic surgery.
Don't be fat, don't be ugly, don't be poor. What happens if you're fat? And how do they consider you fat? Do they put you on a scale and get your body mass index? Do they get your like percent to body like fat or like your BMI? I need to know the answers. And how often are they weighing you? Or are you walking down the street and a cop happens to see you and you fat and they lock you up? What's the answer?
Capital.
Do you think an overweight foreigner coming to visit Korea would have a negative experience?
Sadly, I've heard that a lot.
South Korea, the world's beauty capital, where being fat is...
That's also scary because people have different definitions of fat. Like, some people, I might be fat. I'm only 135, but like, they're like, oh, like, certain parts a little thicker. Yeah, she fat. Lock her up, put her, throw her in
isn't just frowned upon, you're openly shamed.
Shop owners will clearly say to you like, oh, yeah, there's no clothes for you.
In a country where appearance can feel like currency, the pressure to be thin is everywhere. On billboards, subway floors, and storefront windows, a constant reminder to change and be better, creating a standard so intense it's driving a surge in weight loss drugs, extreme dieting, and potentially something much
Survived on
worse.
ice
Okay,
cubes?
so I have to get to 75 kilograms?
I'm here to find out just how bad it really is.
Welcome to South Korea, everybody. Before we get started with the day, I want to see what level of freak show the locals are going to see me as. So behind me, there's a fat test that are in all the parks in Korea. They really just said, let's gamify emotional damage. So whatever I get here is going
They said, how wide is your back? Oh my God.
to dictate
What are the
how
levels?
I feel about myself today and probably how I eat. So according to Google Translate, this first one here, it says, you're an alien, ... I mean, I'd rather be called an alien than a fat ass. So I guess if I can't fit through this, I'm not considered human. That was very close. This next one is, you shouldn't be like this, which kind of sounds like a threat.
Oh my God.
Oh my.
And this is bad too because some people are just bulky. Like, they built, it's just muscle. They want you to be slim. They need you to be skinty.
I'm scraping it. We didn't pass that with flying colors. Level 3, you have a slim heart. Passive aggressive. Oh, I have a slim body. Okay, we're good there. Okay, so the next one is just chubby.
25
So not as wordy as the
centimeters.
other ones, but still just as hurtful. Chubby. I think this is changing the breakfast plans very quickly. No. Crazy to think that I'm considered chubby in Korea, because I like to think that I'm in pretty good shape. So after chubby, here we have average, which I would never be so grateful to be called mid in my entire life. I'd love to be average.
Mid.
And then we have thin, and then here says skinny, and it looks like they've removed actually one of the poles here, because
There was
maybe like
one more.
it
What
was
did it
probably too
say?
extreme. Like I don't even think a 90-day fast and a caved-in rib cage I could fit through that, because like thin, barely my quad goes through that. And the crazy thing about all of this is that this is literally in the middle of a children's
playground?
park, and they're probably going to see this as a game, and you want to beat the game. So I just go to this, and if I can't fit through it, I'm going to do whatever it takes to be able to fit through it eventually. So I think it just causes a lot of issues.
Oh, Lord.
Korea has a 0-calorie and 0-sugar obsession, and because of that, there's tons of different spots that cater towards that. So if I want to be able to fit through that tree a little later on, there's certain things that we have to do. So the first spot that we're checking out is...
I hate diet food. Like, not unhealthy. I don't dislike healthy food, but when it has like that diet flavoring in it, like that zero sugar flavor, it's gross. It's like a
the
weird
zero store.
aftertaste.
So 0 calories and 0 employees. This is just kind of like a serve yourself kind of place. This is pretty sick. I just feel like I found a loophole in my fitness journey. No way. They have 0-calorie ice cream? That's sick packaging, like 0 cal. 0 sugar. They have 0-calorie peanut butter, which sounds like I'd rather have a nut allergy than taste that. Then a bunch of high protein foods here. This is sick. Wow. I've never seen a Coke Zero tall boy. Oh, I have to get that. That's so sick. I wonder if they have 0-calorie pizza. Just like cardboard that has a tomato scent. 43-gram protein in that? That's a hefty boy. I swear, I think this must be what heaven looks like.
There was so many different options of 0-calorie, zero-sugar snacks to choose from, especially jelly, which is often seen as Korean
Jelly?
Ozempic, providing you with something to fill your stomach with little to no calories at all.
All this unsupervised protein is pretty incredible. Koreans must be trustworthy. All right, so we got a few things from the Zero store. We got to start off with the 0-calorie ice cream. I don't, like, what is this? Is this supposed to be like great white shark flavor? Like, it doesn't really tell me anything, and I can't really understand the back of it, but it's pretty in your face about being 0 calories, so you really can't forget it. All right, so visually,
That doesn't look
shark-like,
appetizing.
as in gray and ominous. It looks like meat that's been left
there
in the
bread in the
freezer for
middle?
like a month. It smells actually fire, though. Wow, what? Not as
It's
offensive
tasty?
as I thought it was going to be. That's actually quite good. There's a lot of flavor going on. I thought it was going to be very neutral. It's very fruit punchy. Oh. When you bite it, it doesn't taste bad. It just doesn't taste like anything, really.
Oh.
Just the outside's very fruity. Inside's nice and like red like that. But if I was on a diet, keep my mouth out of trouble, very good. We're gonna be trying the infamous cutting jelly, as in the malnutrition maximizer, because there's literally, I mean, there's nothing in it, 0 calories. This is just really to fill volume in your stomach. Not bad. Have a couple of these, like 3 of them for breakfast, and you're good. Crazy to think right now, as we speak, I'm
Just
losing
jelly.
weight, eating ice cream and jelly. There's no calories in it, but I'm burning calories talking to you. Think about that. We got a protein muffin, 200
Loophole.
calories, which practically at this point feels like a binge. I don't know if I should do it. I kind of feel bad. I want to fit through that tree. Nailed
look
it. Just a
decent.
chubby boy in Korea enjoying a muffin.
Running on just 200 calories for the day, I headed to another spot built entirely around low-calorie, zero-sugar options.
We're in a zero sugar cafe right now, where the owner actually invented their own sweetener called Swello. Not to be confused with the Pokemon. But as you can see, they have protein overnight oats, no sugar added cream pudding. I got
Have
2
y'all tried
spoons. With
overnight oats? That shit is gross. Like maybe I'm just a texture person, but it's just squishy. Like, ugh.
my order, so I don't know if I'm being fat shamed right now, because to me, this looks like a meal for one. But maybe she thinks that I need to share it. The
Oh my god, when I was in Germany, what did I get? I think I got a sandwich. And then I got some chips, and I was in the grocery store, and I was asking like the person like where the chips were, and my coworker was so confused why I wanted chips with my sandwich, but I guess chips are considered a dessert, so he was like, "What? Like why would you want chips for lunch?" Like he was so confused. I'm like, "Nigga, for my side, for my sandwich? What do you mean?" I was like, "These people probably think I'm so fat, but like, baby, I need to eat. Show me where the chips is at right now." And I went to McDonald's when I was in Germany. Why for the McDonald's breakfast they had the option of getting a sandwich, the breakfast sandwich, a biscuit, or I think it was like one other type of bread. It might have just been regular bread. But breakfast sandwich, then you could get tea or coffee, one or the other, and then you can get an orange juice. They ain't had no sides. There was no sides for that sandwich. I was like, okay. I was like, well, maybe I can just order it the what is it, the hash brown by itself. I went on the menu looking, they didn't even have a hash browns as an option. I was like, what is going on? This is the only reason I come to McDonald's for breakfast, for the hash brown. Then I'm looking, and the only other option they had was I think it was like grilled cheese. So they just had a piece of like the McDonald's bun with cheese on top. And I was like, who the fuck is ordering that for breakfast? And then they had like little mini pancakes, like the little tiny pancake grounds. And I was like, I don't want that either. I just got the sandwich because I don't want 2 drinks. What I need orange juice and tea for? And I gotta carry it? No.
chubby boy over here. But we got the overnight oats. We got a drink. I'd given this place multiple opportunities to earn my trust. So it's sugar-free, low-calorie, and gluten-free. So my mouth isn't exactly watering over here, but you never know.
Okay.
Let's try this overnight oats. Oh, it's thick. Just put it in right like that.
Ooh.
I love when it's thick. If it doesn't fight back a little, I don't want it.
It's good?
Mmm, that's fire. My blood sugar isn't spiking, but my happiness levels definitely are. So flavorful. Swallow needs to be FDA approved ASAP. How many calories? Wow. Now we have
That's
this
decent.
coffee drink with a sugar-free foam on the top. It's a buttered pecan flavor. Scrumptious. So far, we have
Fuck,
been
it's
given
good
every
shit.
opportunity to be skinny and no opportunity to blame the food.
After eating, I met up with Korean American content creator Daniel Oh, who uses psychology, philosophy, and his cross-cultural perspectives to help women build self-love.
So am I considered kind of like chubby in Korea?
Not chubby, you would just be considered like a buff dude. If you look at the vast majority of like idols, for example, they're really skinny. I even have a friend who was an idol trainee, but he started working out and he wasn't even like bodybuilder big. Like he was probably around my size, and they were like, you can't be an idol anymore because you're too big.
Wow.
So they actually dropped him from the trainee program because they were like, you're gonna be too big compared to everybody else on stage.
What is the ideal male and female physique?
I think for men, it's the same anywhere in the world. You gotta be tall, right? So if you're 180 and above, that's like, you're considered handsome because you got that going for you. Yeah, so Will
5'11".
definitely would be considered a handsome guy in Korea. But actually, I could use just Will as an example of like why you would be considered a handsome guy by Korean standards.
Okay.
Yeah, so you also have what's considered like a small face.
Okay.
So in Korean society, when people say you're beautiful or you're handsome for men or women, one of the things they'll comment on is like, wow, you have such a small face. Basically what it means is like, if you look at the proportion of your face to the rest of your body,
Turn your face to the
like
camera,
it
Will.
looks smaller, right? And so that's what people mean by having a small face. It has a lot to do with proportions.
Okay.
And of course, you have like a very defined jawline. So I think in that regard, it's not too different from what the standard would be for men anywhere you go in the world, right? And then for women, this is like super stringent standards. There's like a specific angle of like your forehead to your nose, and then an angle of like your nose to this part of your face right here.
Wow.
And so like those angles are all like measured according to like what's called the golden ratio or the Fibonacci sequence. If you are, I think, over 60, I would say like 4 kilograms, you're considered like chubby for a,
64 kilograms.
yeah, for a Korean woman.
Regardless of the height.
Yeah, regardless of the height too.
Regardless
Yeah,
of
it's
height?
tough because nowadays Korean women, like they are also conscious of like
That's insane. I'm 5'2", but like my best friend is 6 feet. So she gotta be 140.
their breast
Lord.
size, but
you're
because
trying to
like
kill people.
naturally Korean women just don't have a lot of like subcutaneous fat, it's hard to get that naturally. So one of the most common procedures that women will get is like breast implants, right? And it's like, again, sometimes you can kind of tell because it's like you have a very skinny woman, but her like breasts are large, and it's kind of like, well, how do you get that? That's kind of like, I would say, the most toxic aspect of the beauty standard that Korea is known for.
As soon as we started walking, we were flooded with more zero-calorie stores on every corner, plastic surgery ads everywhere, and impossible beauty standards at every turn.
These are the kinds of signs that you see in front of every single gym. Like, talk about a transformation. Like, I don't think I've ever related so hard to a before side of a transformation in my life. Like, when I see this, I don't see motivation or inspiration, I just see pressure. So these ads on the wall, this is not possible to be attained naturally.
You can get it naturally, but there are some markers that show that it is plastic surgery. So for example, this like angle from forehead to nose bridge is kind of what I was talking about earlier of like that ideal angle that like women want. And then this like pointed nose and this angle from like here to here, again, more often than not, you actually need an implant to get that pointy nose because it's very rare to see that like just naturally through genetics.
And then the husky blue eyes.
Yeah, so the lenses, now it's to the point where like a lot of women will feel self-conscious going out and not wearing lenses because it's just become so, you know, commonplace.
So like, would you say anime has a big impact
on the style and how people look?
I think it has a lot more to do with Korea is such a trend-driven country. So if they see like, oh, this influencer that I follow on social media started wearing colored lenses,
Then
like
everyone
I
does
want to
it.
do that too. Yeah, and then like trends just move so fast.
So we're walking by.
I used to want colored contacts. I just thought like I could have color contacts like with this outfit, like, oh, I'm wearing pink today. I'm gonna put some pink ones in. I'm wearing blue. Let me put some blue ones in. I told my mama, she was like, no, no, you're not doing that. And I was like, oh, damn. But I'm glad she said no. That might have gave me some mental issues up here.
A bunch of these markets, and the clothing is so small. It's insane.
On this tag over here, it says F, which stands for free. So free size is basically the idea that like it's like stretchable. So if
Oh,
you're a
one
Korean
size fits all.
person, you should be able to
It's
fit.
like one size fits all.
Yeah, but as you can see here, it's not a very friendly size for a lot of foreigners, right?
I feel like I'm at a pet store shopping for my dog.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I feel like in the States I'd see this at like the children's place.
Yeah.
You know, but
What
like
the? I think that if I went into a store and asked for my size, they would just hand me a salad or something. Like that is crazy. I don't even think my quad could fit in that.
yeah, I think that's actually you're right. Yeah, that's like the size of one of your quads.
That's literally my
Yeah.
quad. I have a mini schnauzer at home. This would fit him, I think.
But we wanted to see if the men's clothes had more realistic sizes.
So I kind of want Will to try this one because it says here OF, which stands for overfit, and it's the idea that like it's a baggier fit. So
Yeah, I don't know, man. I
Oh.
literally cannot fit my head through it.
there is a button if you want to unbutton that thing there and see if you could pull it through.
There we go. Oh. I mean, I can get it on.
Like if a Korean dude was wearing it, it's supposed to be very loose. But now you just look like a private school.
Yeah, look
private
like a school
kid.
boy.
That's supposed to be like a baggier fit, I believe. But you make it look like a regular fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
only have to
in the
fly
pants?
halfway across the world for my calves to feel above average. But the fact that this is oversized, I kind of feel fat.
Dieting alone can't always get you the body that you want, which is why Korea is packed with beauty clinics promising to speed up the process.
Hi, we just wanted to see like if you
Dang,
have
what
like a
they do?
menu of different like fat loss options. Lipolysis injection. So these are kind of like the fat melting injections that I talked about.
Okay.
So they got like stuff for double chin over here, contouring for the face, and it's 99,001 for a session. So that would be like around right now with the exchange rate maybe
$90?
No, not even. Like
even?
maybe like $70. So this is like specifically
70?
targeting
That's
arms, thighs,
decent.
abdomen. It's like very
Shit.
popular because again, it's like it's hard to
It's
actually do the work of like eating properly, moving properly, right? But it's like why do all that when you can just melt it off?
Yeah,
in a
and like
shot?
the proportions that are like people want to see are literally impossible to get. So
Exactly.
you have to do it this way.
That's right, because you can't target fat loss through natural means, right?
You guys want to see the ampoules, right? This is the violet injection, one of the most famous fat melting injection in the world. It actually kills the fat tissue.
Are some of the people coming in pretty young asking for this stuff?
Yeah, sometimes, but usually 40 to 50.
Would you ever have any like thinner
Oh,
people
wow,
come
40
in
to
requesting
50?
stuff like this?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
So they getting everybody, not even just the youngins.
Try to tell him to do another thing, like more smooth way. This is kind of aggressive way to reduce fat.
So what do you think of Korea's body image culture?
Honey question. Actually, I like it because I get money from those kind of culture.
Well, that
But
makes sense.
I don't
Yeah.
think that is the super dangerous thing because cultures from the America or the Europe, they are really damaging their health. Ideal culture must be between the European style and Asian style.
What's your opinions on Korean beauty standards?
Yeah, so I'm French. I feel it's much more standardized in Korea. So yeah.
Yeah. When you moved here, did you look a lot different than you do now?
So when I moved here, I was overweight basically. There was kind of a pressure
What is
myself
overweight?
to fit in. Like in France or in Europe, you will never have how to say kind of negative remarks. But in Korea, they'll be like, that's why you're fat or something.
Also, they're a lot more like forward here.
Yeah, exactly. Which, to be honest, is not
That's
that
why
bad.
you are
Once I've
fat.
lost weight, it's like much more direct. Also on the other way.
If I did gain a little bit, people would make a comment straight away and say like, "Oh, you gained some weight," and the whole reason to make that
Yo, not my family, but like I've seen it in other people's families. Black people do that. They're like, "Oh, I say you getting big. You done put on a few pounds." Like, and they do it like lighthearted. Like they'll laugh and say it, and you're like, "Bitch, like who you talking to?" Like, they're like, "I see see you getting big. I see you eating good. I'm like, stop making these side comments to me. I hear you. I see what you're saying.
Comment is like, I noticed you, or like, I care about you. And so you're supposed to feel good. Like, you're supposed to be like, oh, she noticed, and like, she really cares about me, and she thinks I should lose weight for my health.
Are Koreans a lot more direct with how you look? Because I feel like in North America, if someone gained weight, you wouldn't really say it, but maybe you just like think it. So here they actually would just tell you straight to your face.
Straight to your face. Even like when I meet up with my friends and I haven't seen them in a while, if like my skin is looking worse, they'll be like,
They'll
oh,
just tell you.
yeah, you just got some, looks like you got some trouble on your face. If I look a little bit bigger, like the first thing they'll be like, oh my God, your face looks a little bigger than the last time I saw you. You look like you gained some weight. Or like vice versa, you look like you lost weight.
Do you like how forward people are in Korea, or what do you think about that?
솔직히 말하자면 조금 처음 보는 사이에서도 약간
Yeah, this is
무리하게
a little
이쁘다
rude.
아니면 뭐
When you
코가
first see
만약에
someone,
크다는
if their
코가
nose is
크다는 이런 식으로
big,
좀 중심적으로
and you just
외모에 대해서는 말하는 게
start
있어서
talking about it.
그게 좀 저는
That's a
좀
problem.
무례한 것 같다고 생각하고
Could you ask her to tell me like the first thing she thinks about when she sees me, and to not worry, I won't get offended?
이제 솔직히 말씀해 주시면 감사하겠습니다.
처음에는 일단 키가 큰 게 눈에 띄었고요.
혹시 전체적인 체중에 대해서 그런 거는 눈에 띄는 건 없었어요?
체중? 네. 그런 건 눈에 띄었던 것 같아요. 몸이 좋은.
If we were longtime friends and you saw me for the first time, like what would you have to say to me?
There's a golden proportion of your face I learned recently. It's like 1, 1, and 0.8. So maybe your like bottom is a bit long, like this part.
My bottom's a bit long. That's it.
And like you could get some facial for your skin.
Is it hard being a girl in Korea?
I think so. There's many things that girls need to do to upkeep their appearances.
시선 같은 게 좀 여자들이
Particularly for women, if you're overweight, then
뒤에서
it's
말
easy to
나오는
hear
것도
people
있고
talk about you.
들리는 말도
behind your
있으니까
back.
그런 것 때문에 더
Ooh, That's an
신경이 쓰이는
experience.
We've been walking around looking for interviews, but we were getting no luck with girls because they're all just like, they don't have makeup on, their hair's not done, their outfit's not good. So most of them are rejecting us right now. It's like they want to do it, but they just don't feel confident enough to be on camera right now.
Actually, the person we just asked, she does have makeup on and she still didn't want to do it because she wasn't confident in the
She needs
makeup.
more makeup on. So we've been asking girls to do interviews, and a lot of them are just like, oh, I have no makeup on, I can't. Like, is that very just common?
Oh yeah, if
Okay.
you like leave the house without makeup on, then mostly you'd wear a cap or like a mask to cover your face.
When looking for like a girlfriend, like what kind of traits are you attracted to?
일단 외적으로 봤을 때는 저는 약간 좀 눈이 크고 좀
Big eyes.
예쁜 헤어스타일이 있는
And I
사람을 좀
think
좋아하는
like
것 같아요.
women with
그리고
beautiful
약간 내적으로 봤을
hairstyles,
때는 뭔가 자기 일에
internal traits. I
집중하고
think I want
약간 자기
women
본인의 일을 할 때
who
좀
focus on
행복해하는
their
사람을
work
좀
and are proud of what
What's
they
the main
do.
reason, in your opinion, as to why a lot of people in Korea are so skinny?
근데 그게 조금 사람들이
Korean
보기에
people do
건강해 보일 수도
associate
있다고 생각을 하고
being skinny with
또
being healthy.
뚱뚱하면 좀
And so
건강하지 않다는
conversely,
생각을
there's an
가지고 있는
element
것도
of
같기도 해요.
associating
또
being weight with being
이게
unhealthy.
사람들 생각으로는
Social element too.
신체 그러니까 이 체중을 빼는 것은
who's skinny, kind of
자기 노력으로
associated with
되는
someone who
부분이라고
is
생각을 하기
responsible
때문에
and you take
좀
care, good care of yourself,
스키니한 몸매를 좀 더 이상적으로 보지 않나 이렇게
opposed to
How do you think
how
Korean people
just
look at fat people on the street?
Mostly that they don't care about themselves and they don't care about their family too, because a lot of the family members usually, as I mentioned, if you gain a bit of weight, you would say something. So
Okay.
it's kind of like you didn't care about what your family said.
You bring shame, dishonor to your family.
Or
Damn.
your family are not pointing out that you're unhealthy.
Would you associate skinny with being healthy?
To a certain point, I think it can contribute to like better health because I think having more weight on you can really hurt your knees a lot and your joints. That's one of my problem that my parents have. So I think that kind of weight really, if they didn't have it, I think they'd be feeling a lot better and they'd be a lot healthier for sure.
So would you rather be skinny or healthy?
I think be healthy. I think some of them kind of overlap in some extent.
Yeah.
But I think being healthy is more important, and just living like a long and happy life is more important.
Do you think an overweight foreigner coming to visit Korea would have a negative experience?
Sadly, I've heard that a lot. Shopping is difficult too, and when you go shopping, the shop owners will clearly say to you like, "Oh, yeah, there's no clothes for you." Like the reaction is
No clothes
very
for you,
obvious,
fatty.
and I
God
think they
damn.
feel a bit left out sometimes.
Are there any extremes that people do to like look a certain way here?
I think the most extreme one, the most obvious one is like plastic surgery. But I know there's like, especially with the women, they go on like really crazy diets. Back like 10 years ago, there's this one K-pop idol called IU. I don't know if you know her.
No.
But one of her diets went like infamous because like all she ate for the day was like one sweet potato, like one apple, and like ice cubes or something. So she'd have like 200, 300 calories for the day, and that like she lost like 10, 15 kilos in like 2 weeks or something, or a month or something.
And then a lot of people follow that, right?
Yeah, exactly. A lot of women tend to follow that kind of thing. So
One apple, one sweet potato, and ice cubes? Lord. I can't go over there.
yeah, it's definitely very severe.
K-pop starvation diets don't just stay in the industry, they reshape how people everywhere see food and body image. When extreme restriction is framed as discipline and constant hunger starts to feel like progress instead of a warning sign, that mindset spreads fast, with people normalizing undereating and fearing calories just to chase an unrealistic look, like calling 130 calories a meal or using formulas like height minus 120 as a body weight goal. So I spoke with a
Height minus 120. How tall am I? Okay. Millimeters to inches. I know I'm 62 inches. No. Wrong way. 62. Are they doing meters? Centimeters. Yeah. Oh, that doesn't make any sense. Minus 120. Okay. Height in Korea. Like maybe are they using height unit in Korea? So they use centimeters. So how am I supposed to do minus 120 for my weight? They want me to be 30 pounds? Oh, 30 kg. Oh, okay. Kg to pounds. Okay. 30 minutes. That still don't make sense. No. I'm tired. Bad body standard anyway.
K-pop singer who had to stay anonymous to avoid backlash about what that pressure actually like behind the scenes.
Do you think there's a lot of pressure on you to be skinny?
Yes, for my fans.
Is that good?
I don't think so, but my fans need like that.
Korea ranks very high on rates.
Yeah.
Why do you think that would be?
Idol culture. maybe.
Idol culture.
Yes, they need skinny.
I didn't know that.
Shape and pretty face.
So the rates being so high, you think are related to the K-pop culture?
Yeah, I think so.
So the girl back in the cafe said that she needs to be skinny for her fans. Does that make sense to you?
Oh yeah, 100%. I would imagine that like a lot of her success is gonna depend on her followers and fans hyping her up, sharing her music, and just continuing to engage with her content. But if she were to gain weight, then they're just gonna like lose all interest in her because
regardless of talent?
Oh yeah, regardless of talent, because it's just kind of like
for having a belly. She looks skinny as hell right there.
no matter how
Look at her
talented
belly.
you are, it's not like I couldn't find 15 other people who are equally as talented as you. So if you want to make it, you have to be talented and you gotta be beautiful. And you gotta be a great dancer, rapper, like that's the industry.
So we found a place for lunch called Preppers, which it kind of sounds like contest
meal
prep,
prepping?
like you're prepping for something. And then the funny thing is, it says Preppers diet food, not healthy food, because I feel like healthy food wouldn't be a draw to go in. Like diet just sounds like more like weight loss, right?
Yeah, I think you nailed it on the head. That would be my guess too. And yeah, I think it is for like weightlifters, and I see more and more popping up all over the place.
So a bunch of pasta bowls, rice bowls. You recommend the
Pasta,
double
rice
bowl?
bowls.
Yes, for me, only the double bowl gives me enough protein. Combo comes with a drink. For example, amino drink over here.
Oh, you
I
get
think-
amino
yeah,
drinks.
That's one of their things that they're known for. I have yet to try it, but I heard
What
it's
is
pretty good. So,
amino?
and then they got like protein milkshakes and stuff.
Protein coffee milkshake, that sounds amazing. Like places like this in North America, like don't show
Daily
up.
diet
And I feel like that's because there's like,
What?
they don't think there'd be enough traction.
Right, right.
So I feel like there's obviously a lot of traction and like demand for this.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like nowadays that might be enough traction because I've been seeing a lot of people come out and like, X, Y, and Z protein chips, protein cereal, protein this, protein that. I'm like, do we need all this protein? I think we need some fiber. I think we need a little bit of both, you know?
Like for me, when I first came to Korea, they didn't have shops like this. So I missed like Chipotle or like Kava, because you could get pretty good macros for those, even though they have like high sodium. But you know, now they got stuff like this.
It's not every day you see a fountain drink station where it's only the zero sugar stuff. I feel like Coke Zero is water here, and I respect that. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
When a place has Sprite Zero, you just know it's gonna slap, because this is a rarity. Like, this is a rare
Really?
find. Most places have Coke Zero. Sprite Zero?
Yeah.
You don't know how lucky you got it, man.
Wow, it's
seen
everywhere here in
Sprite
Korea,
Zero
so I just assumed that it was.
Wow.
grocery store. I
And
mean,
also
a
the fact
restaurant.
that this place is 24 hours is insane.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I love that, yeah.
Oh, I wanted to get the pasta bowl, but I feel like if I ordered that, I would have got bullied or something. It seems like a trap. Like, who gets the pasta in Korea? All right, here we go.
You want to make sure you mix it all up nice. Ooh, that's a big boy bite.
So good.
Good? Nice.
I like that it's a reflective plate. You know, so you get to the bottom of the plate, and you can see your skinnier
see
reflection
yourself?
when you're done. What would you say is like a big factor in Korea's low obesity rate? Would you say it's all lifestyle, or is there any like genetic components to that?
So I think one of the things that people don't know is that in addition to the social pressure that there is to stay thin and stay healthy, East Asians have a way lower subcutaneous fat cell count than our Western counterparts. And this is quite common in Korea. Well, you'll see like those skinny fat body types, right? Well, you'll see men or women that don't look that fat, but they have really high visceral fat levels just because there's not a lot of subcutaneous fat that can hold it. So they won't look as big, but they'll still have heart issues, diabetes, prediabetes, insulin resistance, like all across the board. So it doesn't take that much size for a Korean person to be equally as unhealthy as like, you know, a European-based or, yeah.
Okay. How many calories would you say this bowl is?
If I had to guess, I would put it around 600?
500?
Okay, I was gonna be like around 700. Have you heard of macro factor?
I haven't.
It's the quickest and easiest way to track your calories.
Okay.
And if you don't have a place that has the calories on
Commercial,
the,
but I
in your
still wanna
bowl,
know the answer.
take a photo, and it gets pretty close.
That'd be awesome.
So, boom, uploading. So it even says the rice, steak, scallions, sesame seeds. Right, so 775 calories in the plate.
wild.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate. So I mean, it tells you all the macros, and you just log it to your.
Dude, that's nuts.
Yeah.
There's also a new feature where you can upload a recipe including ingredients, instructions, and servings, all with just a snap of a picture.
All right.
So if you guys want to try the Macro Factor app, make sure to use code WILL for 2 weeks free. We are now in Cheongno, which is known as the obesity
Cheongno.
drug mecca of the world. And literally every single building is a pharmacy just selling fat loss drugs. It's actually pretty insane. So there's a pharmacy right here, and then there's a pharmacy right here, and then literally like 5 more feet, there's another pharmacy right here,
Selling the same
and then
stuff?
next door is another pharmacy. And then across the street, there's more pharmacies over there, which is like, I don't know why you need this many pharmacies. I guess the demand is
You
super,
don't
super
need that
high.
many.
So we are gonna see how easy it is for me to go to a clinic, get a prescription, and get some Wegovy. Let's see. That's it here?
You
Here.
just walk in and get it.
Wow.
It might be busy.
No prescription?
Yes. 네, 이 외국인 친구인데요. 그 마운자로나 위고비 처방을 받고 싶어서. What's the name that you use in Korean?
Will.
Will.
I just walked in, said my name, gave my ID, and it's good.
Do you have a preference of Wegovy or Mounjaro?
What does he recommend?
어떤 거를 추천해 주실 수 있을까요? He said then you would have to get a
Get
consultation
either
with
one.
the doctor.
So I have to see him here right now.
Right now.
Is it long wait?
I don't think it's gonna take that long.
Okay. We're in the waiting room right now for the weight loss drugs. Everyone in here is also here for the same thing. People are just coming in, asking for it.
You can just go in the store and request it. Yeah, they don't need that here. They don't need that. Keep that open. I'm just playing.
Like, just take a seat, eat with the doctor, and you're good. So we're gonna have a prescription in like 15 minutes, which is crazy here. Here we go. Yes, first time.
How about your height?
6 foot.
How about your weight?
Around
Kilogram.
90. 90, yeah.
What is your normal body weight?
I just want to get shredded.
After I gave the doctor my height, weight, and goal, he implemented my stats into a BMI chart and called me obese.
In this presentation, you will have some obesity. Your BMI index is 24.47.
And he kept adding lower weights until it put me in the normal category.
If you have some weight loss about 15 kilogram, you will enter to the normal body weight.
And I'll be healthier?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
The doctor is telling me I have to lose 15 kilograms or 33 pounds without any sort of background knowledge of my
After losing 10. My God.
medical history or even my body composition, as fat and muscle ratios greatly impact your BMI score, and these lax measures are causing serious harm. And just like that, within a matter of minutes, I got a prescription, adding to Korea's major
That's insane. He just walked inside like a Walgreens type store, said, "Hey, I need some weight loss medicine," and they gave it to him. They don't know nothing about this man. They don't have no health records, no nothing. They just say, "Here you go."
drug misuse problem.
Oh, she's asking if you want to get the injection here right now.
No, I'll do it later. Yeah. All right, so this is pretty insane. We got it super easily within like 10 minutes.
How much was it?
And there it is. So the doctor said I need to get to 75 kilograms, which now that I'm thinking about it, that's below my bodybuilding contest weight. So I think I would actually die.
Yeah, you'd be like 168 pounds.
Yeah.
Some shade. That's how much I weigh, and I'm 5'8".
Gee.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they don't look at like your body fat percentage. They just go like, okay, height, weight, you're obese. And then there's no other discussion about like, do you work out consistently? There's, here you go. 150 bucks.
Yeah, I don't think he even asked you any questions about your overall health.
No.
Yeah. There was like no diagnosis. He was just like, oh, you want the drug? Like, okay, here's how to use it. You know, here are some side effects to expect. And I think they even offered to give you your first injection like right now.
Yeah. But I'm not gonna do that. No, I just got it for a prop. I'm not gonna use it.
Or will you?
It's clear Korea is facing a serious issue that can't be ignored. The relentless pressure to look a certain way, combined with a deeply ingrained culture of body shaming, is quietly taking a toll on people's lives. Over time, it doesn't just affect how you see yourself, it consumes your thoughts entirely. And eventually, you give in.
Damn. That was a good video. That's insane, though. Any drug like that, you should not just be able to just go in the store and get it.